Welcome. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. It is a brisk, cool winter, almost winter morning here. I wanted to do this outside though because I love doing my chat shows outside. So I'm bundled up and we will get through it. It's okay though. It's beautiful out. It's a beautiful day. So please join us. And today we are talking about the winter solstice coming up, reflection, manifestation, and how it all ties together. And this is the perfect time for all of that. So we'll talk about that here in just a moment. So come on in and please share this with others to join. And let us know how you're doing today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I've got the Yerba Santa burning here this morning. It smells so good. It smells really, really good. It is good for protection and it is good for purification and cleansing. So that's also a very good time of year for this too. So we'll talk about that too. Hi, Mary. Hi, Kunjan. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining today. Thank you for stopping in. Today we are talking about winter solstice. I know all of our friends, not all of our friends are coming upon winter. Some of our friends are in summertime. But the majority of us on our group here are in coming upon the winter season. So we are focusing on the winter solstice today. So first of all, I want to ask the question is, what does winter mean to you? What does winter mean to you? Oh, yes, Kunjan, glad to have you. Yes, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us today. So what does winter mean to you? That's the first question. Then I've got some activity to show you and I've got some homework to give you. So we're going to have a good chat today, I think. I think this would be a good chat. What does winter time mean to you? Personally, what does it mean to you? Let's see what we have here. Well, while you're answering that, whoever's come in too, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Winter to me is a time of darkness when, we reach the shortest day of the year. It's a time of rest. It's a time of quiet time, meditative time, reflective time, celebration time, planning time. Deep inner healing time is a very good time for that. It's time to really think about where you've come, where you want to go, that kind of thing. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. So what does winter mean to you? What does it mean to you personally? I think it's a good time to clear out the old and prepare for the new. It's a good time to declutter, get rid of things that you no longer need or use, donate them, throw them away, sell them, whatever it is. It's time to clear out that stagnant energy so you can prepare yourself to have abundant energy. And it's very refreshing. It's change. It is a time of change. Absolutely, it's a time of change. Winter is for fitness, fresh fruits, vegetables. Actually, winter in India is very different. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, Kunjan. Hi, Annette. Welcome. Those of you just joining us, we're talking about winter solstice and reflection time and manifestation. So winter is a really good time to clear out stuff that no longer serves you. And that's not only the physical area, like your home. It's good to do some deep clearing, but also your personal being. Clear out the negative. It's a good time to clear out the negative, what's been holding you back, and focus on new, fresh ideas and things like that. So we're going to talk a little bit more about of some suggestions for you to do these things. But if you do some deep cleaning within your house or your home or your space, it's a good time to really clean, to sage, bring in and invite positive energy, however you might want to do that. And just start to feel yourself in a very positive environment. When you release the old stagnant stuff, things that have been piled up or things that have not been moved or touched or used for a long time, it's all energy, and it holds energy, and it just sits there, and it's just like, it's kind of like just stagnant energy. So when you clear and cleanse all that, you get the energy flowing again and moving again, and you allow that positive energy to flow to you. So, Mary, you're doing all these things good. Hi, Leslie, welcome. Oh, very much sunny and warm in winter too. Oh, yeah, God, that's wonderful, Kunjan. I prefer the sunny warm, but we do have the seasons here where we are in the USA. And wintertime is a good time to do some very deep, deep inner healing too. It's been a very, very it's been a very, I don't know if I should say a long year, but it's been a year of many changes for a lot of us, some ups, some downs. And it's time to do some really deep healing and cleansing of things that no longer serve you. Release the things that you no longer need, and let yourself return to the state of peace and alignment, so you can start the new year fresh and revitalized, energized, you know. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Karen. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, Amy. Welcome, welcome. So please share this with others so they can join the chat. The summer, yes, I know some of you are flipped. I do have a different summer solstice chat for those of you in summer. I'm focusing on the winter. Unfortunately, it is different, Annette. Summer is very, very energetic, and I know it doesn't quite apply to those in the lower hemisphere. But please watch along, and you can still do these things. It's not like you know, it's still, all these things will still help you regardless of when you do that. So, but it's the summer solstice is much more energized and high, super high energy, where winter solstice is low energy, rest time, reflective time, where summer solstice is high, let's do it, high energy, things are moving, things are happening, things are just like over the top energy. So, so we're actually focusing on the quiet time right now, reflective time. So winter, when you think of terms too of manifestation of the seasons, the spring is time to plant the seeds. The summer is when you start to see things grow and really take root and start to see the signs of manifestation. The autumn fall season is when you start to harvest your rewards. And the winter solstice season, winter season, is the time to start planning for the next phase. Now, this doesn't necessarily happen during the seasons, but it's reflective of the whole manifestation process. And so it's actually, since it is kind of a quiet time of year and a reflective time of year, it is a good time to start thinking about what you want to manifest. And New Year's, so in the whatever season you are right now, New Year's is a good time to focus on manifestation. It's a good time of year to focus on manifestation. So coming up to the new year is really good to clear out all that stuff you've been holding on to in order to prepare yourself for manifesting what you want for the new year. Here's a couple of things I want to talk about as some homework for you to think about, some things for you to think about. And then I'm going to describe and talk about a fun activity that I talked about last year too. Some homework for you is to take some time, declutter your space, cleanse and clear your space, do some deep meditations, and really focus on inner healing to declutter the negative, release the negative in your life. And really spend some quiet time with some of these questions I'm going to give you to think about on your own. You don't have to answer them here because they're very personal. But spend some quiet meditative time. And if you have a crystal that you would like to work with, hold whatever you're drawn to during this process. And have a journal and a pen and a paper handy. And write a list. First off, write a list, or, actually first off is hold your crystal. And if you have sage or Palo Santo or cleansing herb of some type, sit quietly with that. Incense, that's fine too. Sit quietly in your little meditative space or outside or wherever you want to be where you're quiet. And light your sage, hold your crystal, do some deep breathing, and then answer these questions. Have your pen and paper ready, and then answer these questions. And be honest with yourself, too. And write down everything that you have accomplished this past year. This is the reflective time. Write down everything on your paper or your journal, everything that you have accomplished this year or that you're proud of this year, because it's okay to celebrate your wins, your victories. And you should be proud of what you have accomplished or what you've obtained or what you've done throughout this past year. So, take your time and think about that question. What have you accomplished this year and what are you proud of this year? So that's the first question for your journaling exercise, your reflective exercise. Hi, Catherine and Hardy. Welcome. Thanks for joining today. We're talking about the Winter Solstice practices and some things for you to think about and do for winter. And the next question is for you to write in your journal, what have you received of significance this past year? Maybe it's a new home. Maybe it's something that you manifested that you didn't think you could accomplish. Maybe it's a new direction. What is something that's significant to you that changed your life, that you accomplished or obtained this past year? So write that in your journal. Next. And take your time with this too. Don't rush through it. Really think about these things. This is your reflective time. This is your reflective time. Think about the things next for your journaling exercise is what has changed your life in some way. What has changed your life in some way this past year? Some more of reflective work. What has changed your life in some way? And how did it affect you? How did it, whatever occurred, how did it affect your life? And write that in your journal and think about it. The next part of your journaling exercise is what did you want to have happen but didn't? Or what did you want to obtain but didn't obtain or achieve or do? What is something that you wanted but you did not get? And think about maybe why you didn't get that or do that. Maybe there's a deeper meaning to it. Think about that deeper meaning. Or maybe it's in the process. If it's in the process, continue to let it grow and flow and allow that to happen in its own time. Maybe you put up the blocks and you resisted it happening. Maybe something better happened. Maybe you don't need it anymore. Think about anything like that. If something did not occur that you wanted it to, think about maybe why it did not occur. Good morning. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining this morning. Please share this with others to join along. Got the Yerba Santa here helping us along, and we are doing some reflective work and I've got some homework for you. So if you came in late, watch the replay and jot down these questions for your journaling. And if you want me to go through them really quickly again, I can do that. Next, think about is the planning phase. Next, think about the planning phase. Is the planning phase. Think about what you want for the following year. What do you want for next year 2020, what do you want to obtain or do or go or achieve? What do you want? And make a whole list as much as you think about. Write it all down, every single thing. And be very focused with these things. Be very clear with these things. When you start to put into place your manifestation practices, this is at least a start of what you want to manifest, is really focusing on what it is you want to do for the next year. So make a list and keep this in your journal. Make a list of your goals for the following year. What goals do you have? If you're still in a goal, maybe you want to get to the next level. Maybe you want to finalize it. Maybe you want to take the next steps to whatever it is that gets you to the next phase. What do you want to do differently in 2020? These are all planning things for next year. What is it you want for 2020? Can you believe it, 2020? And get a clear focus of these things. Really get a clear focus. Hi, Mitra. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is a really, really good time. Winter is a really good time to rest. Do some self-healing, inner healing. Focus on that. Meditation. Quiet time. Thinking about what you have done and achieved and celebrate that. Thinking about those things that you have not achieved and come to that reflective time as to learning about why. Think about the things that you want, the planning phase. All of these things are part of this winter season. So take some time and do that. Allow yourself some quiet time to do these things and do this planning stuff for the following year. Those of you who have my manifestation book, start the book and do the phases, each phase. Release the negative, allow the positive, get your clear intentions, and start focusing on what you want for 2020. We've got a perfect time for this. This is perfect time for this. So, do you need me to go through the questions again really quickly? Or have you got them down? I also want to talk about the intention box. This is something that we have done last year. Some of you did it. If you don't know about it, this is the perfect time to do it for next year. Sorry. So let me know if you need me to go through the questions again really quickly for your journaling exercises. And we will talk about the intention box. So I'll start talking about that and see if you get any questions or answers about the questions. I know there's always a delay in the lag time here with the questions or the answers or comments. It's crazy. So do the questions again really quickly. Okay, so jot these down. The questions for your journaling exercise are: what have you accomplished or what are you proud of this year? So that's your first thing for your journaling exercise is what have you accomplished or what are you proud of this year? Sorry, I can't put them in there myself. I would if I could. So I'll give you a minute to write that down. What have you accomplished or what are you proud of this past year? The next question for your journaling exercise is, what did you receive of significance this year? What is something that's really significant to you that you received this year? And celebrate these things. Celebrate all of your wins, all of your victories. Celebrate them in your own way, in your own time. What changed your life in some way? What changed your life in some way? It could be a challenging change. It could be a rewarding change, whatever kind of change it is. What changed your life in some way? And reflect upon that change. and see if it has helped you in some way, if you've learned something from it. Did you learn anything from this big change that you might have experienced? Next is, what did you want to have happen or achieve or do or obtain but did not get it? It didn't happen. What is it that you did not get in 2019 that you wanted to have happen or do or receive, whatever? And do you see the signs of it still in progress? Or have you learned lessons as to why it did not happen? Or is it no longer important to you? Next question is, what has held you back? And reflect on that. And have you learned anything from that? And then the next is, make a list, as long as it might be, of what you want to do, obtain, or achieve in 2020. And really focus on it. Make it as long as you want, the whole thing. Write everything down. What are your goals for 2020? What can you do differently for 2020? All of those things. Okay, so here is another fun activity for you to do for your reflective work, for your winter solstice quiet time, your fun time. This is also an intention setting exercise. So this is something that I started actually a few years ago, and I talked about it last year, and I know several of you did it last year. So this is a reminder for those of you who are new, but those of you who did it last year, this is a reminder. This is time to go through this process again. So get yourself a nice little box. It's an intention box. I decided a treasure chest because it's kind of symbolic. So get yourself a nice little box, or you can get a mason jar or something that's sealed or closes that you will, sorry about that. Oh, yay, Carol. That you will be able to close, and we're going to set intentions and place them in the box or the jar, whatever it is, and think about whatever kind of container that it is that you want to use for your intention box or jar. Okay? Perfect timing, Carol, for your manifestation stuff here today we're talking about. So if you have a crystal, so get your box, wherever it is, whatever kind. I went and got this at Hobby Lobby, I think. I was looking for like a little treasure chest type box. So get something that you like. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be small, whatever that suits your needs, right? And then sit down in your reflective time and get either a quartz or a green aventurine or a pyrite or a citrine crystal, any of those or a combination of those, and place it in the box. It's going to stay there all year. Then I want you to write down on little sticky notes everything that you want to do or obtain or receive or achieve in 2020. All of it in sticky notes, and place it in the box. And every time you place it in the box or the jar, you fold it up, put it in there, you think about it, you visualize it, you see it happening. So this is not a quick process. This is going to take you, you should take your time with this. Really focus on taking your time with this. Okay? Then place them in your box. Be very clear with your intentions. Be very specific with your intentions. And then when you're finished, you might want to sage it. Say a little blessing to it. And then when you're finished, seal it up. Put an open date on it, December, whatever date you pick, 2020 and don't open it for the rest of the year. You leave it alone. Then you just close it, you set it aside, put it on your calendar, mark your calendar, whatever. That day comes around, you open the box, and you open each. You might want to sage while you're doing this too. Take some quiet time when you open the box. Those of you who did this last year, it's time to open your box pretty soon, whatever date you chose. You open the box, and you open each little sticky note, and you look at that, and you do some reflection. Did you receive that, or did you do that, or did you go there? And if you did, celebrate that and give thanks. If you didn't, ask yourself the question, is it really that important to you anymore? If you didn't, maybe you need to learn from it. Or maybe it's not important anymore. It could be either or. There are some things that I have asked for, I'm sure, that are in my box here that are no longer important to me, that I thought were important last December. But I know there are things in here that I can kind of remember what I put in here. There's a couple things that I remember that I do know occurred. So it's a fun intention box, and it's fun to see what it was that you wanted last year, and think about those things. Wow, yeah, did I really want that? Yeah, I did. Or, oh, wow, yeah, that happened. Or, yeah, well, okay, I still want that. Why didn't it, you know? It is a fun idea. It is a fun idea. So I have not opened my box yet from last year. You can hear my little pyrite in there. I've got a pyrite in mine. And I will probably go do that sometime in the week of, I don't know, around Christmas, New Year's, somewhere in there, somewhere in between. You choose your own date when you want to open it. And it is a fun time. It is a fun little exercise. And I know several of you did this last year. So, yeah, that's great, Carol. And Colleen, yes. Sharon, you can't wait to open yours. Is your date coming up soon? I didn't actually place a date on mine. I knew it was in December, late December, so I'm kind of going with my intuition of when to open it. But please take your quiet time to do that. Your quiet time to do that. You can even actually put either other little special little things in there that mean things to you, little special trinkets or things, you know, to help it grow and manifest in your own energy. So, but yes, who's first of all, who's going to do the homework? Second of all, who's going to do the little intention box or jar and tell us your plans? So, yes, Sharon, can't wait to open yours. I can't wait to open mine too. I think it will be fun. I think it will be interesting, and I'm sure there's things in there I don't even remember. I don't remember how many things are in there. So, and put as many as you want. Whatever your whole list of goals or intentions for 2020, put as many as you want in there. And every so often through the year, I would look at it because I have it on my bookshelf in my office, and I would look at it and send it some positive energy, you know, just send it some positive energy, and do that too. It's kind of like your manifestation grid. This is your manifestation intention box. I actually should have put that whole practice in my book too. I wish I would have put that as a chapter in there. Maybe I'll revise that one day and put it in there. So, but this is really a good time to follow, clearing out the old, allowing yourself for the positive. Clear that energy, not only for yourself, but your space, your environment, and really get the energy flowing to start New Year's off right, to start a new year with new, fresh energy, new, fresh ideas, new, fresh direction. And allow yourself the time that you need these next few weeks to rest, to cleanse, to clear, to do your self-healing, your inner healing, all of these things. Allow yourself the time to do these things. Allow yourself the time to do these things. I'm on the allowing kick. I am saying allowing for everything now. Those of you who are starting the allowing book, I am allowing myself to do everything. So allow yourself the time you need to do these things. And I bet once you start doing these resting, then cleansing and clearing little rituals that we've talked about, I bet you feel a little bit lighter and fresher and more at peace. I hope you do. I would love to hear your ideas on your boxes and your containers. Hi, Travis. Hello. We don't have any of those today. Colleen. Yes, box for sure. That I think is so much fun, and I actually took my time trying to find the right box too. So allow yourself to find the right box or container or whatever it might be. Yeah. Carol, you need a green aventurine, don't have one. Yeah, that's a good green aventurine. Pyrite and citrine are all power crystals, so those are all perfect. Please put a crystal in there that you don't mind will get banged around a little bit if you move it, or if it's in a glass jar, be careful of that. So put a crystal in there that you don't mind might get a little dinged up a bit, or dinged or dented, or whatever, the case may be. So good. Yes, definitely doing this. Yes, absolutely. Do this. It is fun. It is fun. I know a lot of us did this last year. I actually started the year before, and then I think last year was the first time I actually talked about it. So I think it is a fun practice. It is a fun practice. Great, Leslie. Thank you, Tracy. Yes. And Lori. Yes, great. Oh, yay. Good, Lori. Yes, my Mastering the Art of Allowing book is also a perfect time to start for the new year. Several have started already, and that's fine. It's meant to start whenever you are ready to start. So start when you're ready to start. If you're not ready to start right off the first week of New Year's, then wait till you're ready. I didn't bring a copy of that out, but if you would like to purchase one, they're on Amazon. Mastering the Art of Allowing. And I do have cards that are going with that are not here yet. I'm allowing those to arrive when they are meant to arrive. So, yay, good. Yes, watch the replay if you came in late. So there's some homework to do. There's some homework reflective time to do. There's some do your fun activity, your little box, your intention box, intention setting box. And winter is a time for reflection and rest and celebration. So celebrate your victories and celebrate with your family and friends and do all these wonderful things when you can and celebrate. Definitely a time of celebration. So please share this with others. I do appreciate that. Crystal Sale Thursday will be Thursday. Let's see, at between the 10 and 11 a.m. time slot, Pacific time. Next week, Christmas week. Doesn't that just blow your mind? Next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, Christmas Eve, I'm doing a very special celebration show. If you are available to join, that's wonderful. If you can't, I understand that because a lot of celebrations going on of your own. But you can watch the replay and experience the experience I hope to provide. So I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but I am planning a very special experience. So I hope that my intentions with that come forward. All right. So I hope to see you all soon. Do your manifestation practices, do your intention settings, and prepare yourself for 2020, and let this be the most amazing year yet. And let's go into the new year with the most positive attitude and the most amazing attitude, mindset, and heart, it'll be the best yet. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. So, thank you all for being here today. Please join us. Please share this. Thank you, Carol, for clarifying. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you for being here and taking the time to be here and part of this wonderful group and part of this amazing community. And I love sharing as much as anything. So these are my most favorite shows, are sharing shows and the talk shows, the spiritual shows. I just love it. I love connecting with all of you. So thanks for being here, and I will see you all soon. Have a great week. Great day. Namaste. Infinite blessings. See you next time.